Hi you guys, Lady Rochelle here, author and founder of Warriors Talk, where we move away from awareness towards action. This is day 10 of the 31 days of breast cancer awareness facts in recognition of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We are talking about tonight, accept the diagnosis. So many of us have been diagnosed with cancer, and myself with breast cancer. And I know how important it is to accept that diagnosis. The doctor has just told you that you have a cancer diagnosis. What do you do next? How do you move on from here? There's so many questions that go through your mind that you need answers to. And so many questions that you probably don't even want answers to. But you know, in order for you to have the best care possible, that those questions have to be answered. So you have to face your fears. You have to face this diagnosis. So I will be giving you 12 things that you can do to help you accept the diagnosis. If you see me looking over, it's because I have them listed and I want to make sure that I hit on all my points that I have. So let's talk about the first one. So the fact that we're giving you tonight about breast cancer awareness is basically accepting that diagnosis. Once you get it, you have to accept it. You don't have to, live, eat, sleep this diagnosis, or run around saying, hey, I have a cancer diagnosis. But you do have to deal with the news that was just given to you. And that's, if you're getting a second opinion, go and get a second opinion, and find out, give yourself that peace of mind that you're looking for to help you get through this process. So the first thing that you can do when you have been told that you have a cancer diagnosis, accept the diagnosis, or you can accept the feelings that come along with that. Because they're going to be a plethora of feelings that you're going to have along with that diagnosis. Feelings from your family. Should I tell them? When should I tell them? How should I tell them? And then, just thinking about your own stuff and how you have to actually process this. And, just thinking about, am I going to die? Because that's one of the feelings that we have that first come into our head when we hear about a cancer diagnosis, because we have seen so many people pass away from this horrific disease. So one of the things that's going to cross your mind is, am I going to survive this, right? Part of accepting that diagnosis is dealing with that as well, because, we don't know what's going to happen. Once, we got to get through the journey first before, we can say, I survived. So you got to accept the diagnosis. So the first thing to do is deal with those feelings that you have, whatever those feelings are, deal with them. Tackle them head on. And I'm not saying that you have to do everything all at once, because it can, trust me, it can be overwhelming. And the last thing you want to do is to, mentally tire yourself out before you have even gotten started with this cancer journey. So, and then sometimes people, just be careful who you tell the news to, because sometimes people can overwhelm you with questions, right? While you're trying to process your feelings, you're trying to accept your feelings, work through your feelings, and then people are telling you all sorts of things like, hey, my sister had the same type of cancer and she died in 6 months, or hey, if you take this type of drink this type of oil, for 3 days a week for 6 months, and the cancer will go away. Like, you have to deal with everybody else's information or false beliefs or myths that they have, excuse me, or myths that they have that they so-called believe, but they never had a cancer diagnosis, right? Okay, so number 2, when you are accepting the diagnosis, is find emotional support. I can't begin to tell you how important it is for you to have emotional support. You cannot get through this cancer journey without emotional support. Find you a support system who is going to be able to pour back into you when you don't have the strength to do it yourself, when you don't even feel like going to treatment yourself. You need someone where you can just emotionally break down and not feel guilty. You need someone where they can say, girl, I'm gonna need you to snap out of it right now because we got work to do. You got to get through this treatment, and we can't stop. You need someone who's gonna give you a reality check, but who's also gonna have compassion and empathy and sympathy for you. Select a team that's going to be able to help shield you from the outside rhetoric that's going to be going on, or trying to get in to find out what's going on with you. You don't have to tell everybody every detail of what's going on. So find yourself an emotional support team to where you're going to be able to take a breather and relax and not be an emotional basket case. Number 3, when you're accepting the diagnosis, is just know that it is going to be overwhelming. Know that this news that you just got from your doctor, you're just learning how to digest this news yourself. You're learning how to process this news and how to get ready to tell everybody else. And not only that, how to get ready to go through this horrific treatment that you have heard about and not knowing what it's going to do to your body. Am I going to live through this? It can be overwhelming. But if you have that support system, then you know you are not by yourself. And number 4, the one thing that you cannot stay in very long is denial. Yeah, you're going to have denial. You're going to be like, I got a cancer diagnosis. How did I get a cancer diagnosis? Like me? Of all people, me? You're going to be in denial. You're going to be like, excuse me, I look and I feel good. I wasn't sick until they told me I had a cancer diagnosis. Like, I didn't even feel sick until they said you have cancer. Now all of a sudden I feel sick. So you're gonna be in denial, and just don't stay in that denial state. It's okay to be like, at first be like, oh, I'm bleeding, and that's where you go get that second opinion. But you don't stay in that for a long time. You don't stay there. You don't, because you're going to look back on it and you're going to say, I had that symptom, I had this symptom, I had that symptom, but I didn't know what it was. So you can't stay in that denial process for a long period of time. You got to be able to work through it. And guess what? A lot of people are able to work through that denial period, and so can you. Number 5, the 5th thing that you can do when it comes to accepting that cancer diagnosis is get through that anger. You're going to be angry. You're going to be angry with yourself. You're going to be angry with God. You're going to be angry with people who don't have cancer. You're going to be angry with the doctors. And it's okay. Know that it's okay to be angry, but you can get through that anger. Talk to your doctor on how to work through the anger and process it, because it's normal to be angry. It's normal to be angry. The key is not taking it out on anybody physically, even mentally. But have a counselor, someone that you can talk to work through these feelings, knowing that you are not alone. You're not alone. And know that it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be angry, because nobody should get a cancer diagnosis. Number 6 is fear and worry. When you are trying to accept this cancer diagnosis, a fear is going to come over you, and we know that God did not give us the spirit of fear, but you are going to feel fear. It may not last, but you're going to feel it. And you're going to be worried because you're worried for your future. If you have kids, you're worried for your kids. And you're going to be worried because you're like, I have plans. I have things that I wanted to do, and I haven't even gotten there yet, and now I have to fight cancer. It's going to be scary. It's going to be scary. You're going to be worried about how I'm going to pay my bills. Am I going to lose my job? Am I dying? Am I going to die from this? Number 7 is you have got to have hope. You have got to have hope. You have to have hope. Again, putting those people around you that's going to help push that hope back in you. You are not in this alone. You shouldn't be in this alone. And if you are going through a cancer diagnosis alone, then you are selfish. Because there are people who love you, who want to be included in helping you succeed and helping you survive this. So don't do it by yourself. They will help pour that hope back into you. They will be there when you're down and you say, I can't do it no more, I'm tired. I can't do this. I'm tired of this. Like, tired of these chemicals being pumped into my body, these toxins. I can't. And your team is going to step in and say, girl, all right, I get it. But we have 3 more treatments and we're going to get through this. So I'm going to need you to get it together. I'm going to be there with you at your treatments. We're going to celebrate at the end. Let's do this. And you might cuss them out, but you're going to keep going. So number 8 is stress and anxiety. Can I tell you or begin to tell you the stress that you're going to have when you're trying to accept this cancer diagnosis? You may even have panic attacks. You're going to have so much anxiety because anxiety, you don't know about the treatment. You don't know what this chemical is going to do to your body. You don't know if you're going to get another cancer diagnosis after this. It's going to be so much going through your mind at the time. You're going to be stressed. So find some things that you can do that's going to eliminate that stress or decrease it. Talk to your doctor about some type of exercises or something you can do, or a counselor you could talk to help you release that anxiety. You don't need nothing added on top of the cancer. You don't need nothing added onto it. Yeah, and it's okay to feel sad about a cancer diagnosis. It's okay to be a little stressed and have anxiety because this is something new that you're about to get into. And you want to make sure that your outcome is successful. So anything else you can eliminate, do it. Number 9 is sadness and depression. Trying to accept this cancer diagnosis, you are going to be sad. And you're going to be depressed. The key is don't stay in that depression. Do not stay there. It's okay. It's normal. It's normal to be sad about it. To be sad about, why me? Why am I going through this? What did I do to deserve this? You know, I could see a lot of bad people in the world doing all these bad things. Why they didn't get cancer? Why I got cancer? And we don't want nobody with a cancer diagnosis. So it's so many things that go through your mind. And that you think about, like, you know, all the people that have had cancer that's not here. And you think about, you know, all of the things that cancer does, and it tries to steal from you, and you get sad and you get depressed. The key is don't stay there. Get help. Get help. Let your doctor know how you're feeling. Let your support team know how you're feeling. Get help. Put some defense mechanisms in place so when you are depressed, there's certain things that your team does or that you do to let them know. Don't stay there. Number 10 is guilt. You may have this sense of guilt once you're done with your cancer treatment and doctor says remission, but we don't say remission, we say heal, or no evidence of disease. And then somebody you know passed away from cancer, you're going to feel guilty. You're going to be like, why they die and I didn't die? You know, why God didn't take me? Why did God take them? You're going to have survivor's remorse. Why are you still here and you're not? And that's really nothing you can control. That's for the Creator. Number 11 is accepting this diagnosis. So guilt was number 10. Number 11 is you're going to be lonely because you're going to feel like, and I mentioned it before, like you're isolated, like you're in this by yourself. You're going to be, and even though you're not, you're going to feel like I'm the only one going through this. Why am I going through this? Why am I so alone? You're going to feel like you're just by yourself, but you're not. Again, surround yourself with your team. Keep people around you that's going to pour into you. Allow people to help you. Don't push people away when they're trying to help you. When they're trying to lighten your load, don't push them away. You don't have to be lonely. Number 10 is people that get a cancer diagnosis, when they're trying to accept it, number 12 is they have a sense of gratitude. They're like, oh, you know, thank you, Lord, for, you know, allow me to catch this cancer, allow me to get through this treatment. You know, they feel a sense of gratitude, like they have a second chance, like they have a new outlook on life. They are excited about the things that they have planned because they're here. So some of us walk away with gratitude, and you can too, and you can help your loved ones do the same thing. So I have just given you 12 things that you can do to help you accept a cancer diagnosis. This is Lady Rochelle, author and founder of Warriors Talk, and I'm bringing you 31 breast cancer awareness fast up until October 31st in recognition of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You can follow me on any forms of social media at Warriors Talk with the number 1. Again, this is author and founder Lady Rochelle of Warriors Talk, where we are changing lives one warrior at a time.